Good evening, race fans. Welcome into round number 2 of the Affinity Racing Series here for the Matt Liveries 200 at the Auto Club Speedway. 100 laps here under the lights, and as always here with my co-commentator in the booth, Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm doing real good. I've participated in 2 of the practice races leading up to tonight's event, and I will tell you that the dirty air in these cars is going to be a problem.
Let's go ahead and get a look at your race info here this evening. 200 miles, 100 laps here at the Auto Club Speedway. The top 30 locked in on points from Daytona. 31st through 40th locking themselves in through the LCQ. And then 41st through 43rd were able to get in through a generous donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital and ended up with the sponsor provisional 2 laps of qualifying to set the field for the 100 laps. Estimated fuel run here this evening is 23 to 27 laps with 5 tire sets, 1 on the car, 4 in the pits, and 3 green-white checkers, with the point of no return being on the 3rd. Big shout out to TrackCams22.com as always for the camera angles, and huge shout out to Matt Liveries for being the title sponsor for this evening's race. Check him out on Twitter at twitter.com/MattLiveries for all your iRacing livery needs. Great guy. Makes some very good-looking paint schemes, and really appreciate him coming on board for a great cause for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Already over $1,100 raised for charity. So, very awesome to see. And also, special shout-out to Admin Box for coming on board as well for season-long donation to the cause. Just a fantastic cause we got going on, and we couldn't be more excited to bring you all the on-track action as we're going to go ahead and get right into that for qualifying.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. We got acknowledged by St. Jude's on Twitter. It might sound kind of small, but, you know, $1,100 for a league in its second week. That's pretty insane.
Yeah, absolutely. Currently at the top of the board is Kyle Ritchie, 40.50. From the 76 machine.
Definitely going to change when some of these drivers get their fast laps through. Second lap is faster around here.
See what the 76 has on his second lap.
Oh, Tyler Davala. I'm going to show my favoritism there. P2.
Randy Arms, top of the board, 40.20. Kyle Ritchie on his second lap, 40.19. Carson Poindexter.
Big laps being dropped here.
Top 10 within almost a tenth of a second of each other. Beautiful looking race cars under the lights here.
Current power ranking number 1 and YJ Media driver Dylan Herviton had, you know, a little something to say. He did not expect himself to be currently 7th in time right now.
Look at Drew Jawal, 40.05. Fantastic lap.
Wow.
For the Ford machine. Got a couple of guys. Sartaj Mann ran very well in the LCQ. earlier tonight.
Did he not win the dang thing? I believe he did.
With a great battle between him and Richard Mendoza. This is a fixed series average, Joe. And he will go up to 7th fastest.
With that question being asked, I'm gonna follow it up. Would you like an invite to the Discord? I'll put it there for anyone watching who might be new, might want to see it. Come on by. Great group of fellas here.
Here's Dylan Failvich for his first lap. 48 seconds remaining in qualifying. Yeah, the Discord link, definitely come in and get you a piece of this action on Monday nights. We'd love to have you. Great group of guys running in for a great cause. Hey, we fixed that, all right? We fixed the, we shouldn't have any ads for at least a whole another hour. We fixed it.
Well, Drew, you ran the fastest lap, and you did it by a country mile.
Yeah, you were the only one in the 40.0s, so that would get you pole. Dylan Failvich. He'll go to the 12th position. Our very own Zach Scare. But he will not have time to get a lap in. 36 drivers with a set time. Let's go ahead and get you a quick look at tonight's starting grid. That will be Drew Jawat with a 40.053, 78 hundredths of a second over Richard Mendoza. Rounding out your front row. Top 10 rounded out by Jarrett Talmadge. Thomas Green, your Daytona winner last week, qualifies in the 18th position. Go further back through this field. Hopefully you find your favorite driver, at least in the top half. All the way down to Logan Brass. The entire field separated by just under a second. Jonathan Smith will not be partaking in tonight's on-track action. Michael McElroy will be in the on-track admin role again. I do believe we will have a full 43-car field here with the provisionals handed out as well. Going to be 43 drivers going to be taking the green flag here this evening. And we cannot wait.
Told him to not join as a driver. Hey, we all make mistakes. I've fairly done it myself multiple times.
It happens to the best of us. But yeah, 43 drivers. Simply fantastic. Sold out back-to-back weeks. I'm just waiting on a couple more cars to head to the grid. And we will be heading off for our one and only pace lap here this evening. Ryan, you can't do that. Whoa.
I'm going to have to ban you.
You want that timeout or something? I don't know. He's acting up.
Corbin, fix it. I can't do it.
We're just waiting on Nick Miller to head to the grid. And we will be underway here this evening.
It's something we've seen through the practice races and in the LCQ. They just have to get started. They just have to get a couple laps green and everything will be fine. But those restarts can really catch some of these drivers out. The car's really loose through 1 and 2. It wants to get snappy on them. So they just got to be calm and get through those first couple laps, get it spread out, and we can get a lot of green flag laps in.
And we saw in the practice races this week offline, the cold tires out of turn number 2. These cars will be very loose, so going to be watching for some instant chaos out of turn number 2. And then hopefully we'll be able to see some great racing here this evening for 100 laps picks to win as we're coming down the back straightaway.
I feel like it's kind of hard to pick against the man who set the fastest lap time, although he did turn himself at Daytona. I'm going to pick Sartaj Man. He looked dominant in that LCQ.
Gonna go with another one of those drivers that look really good in the LCQ. As we know, Thomas Green won the LCQ Excuse me, no, he didn't. Andrew Tenold won.
For the Daytona. Oh, wait, yeah, no. He came second, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but we saw that Thomas Green had a strong run in the LCQ. Ended up winning the whole dang thing last week, but another one of those drivers that looked really good in the LCQ this week, Richard Mendoza. I'm going to be starting outside pole. Going to pick him to win it here
We
this
both going
evening.
LCQ drivers. Let's go. LC Crew produces winners. Neither of us picked our own driver either, and Tyler Davala, who also came for the LCQ.
Yeah, he'll be starting in the 5th position for us. Hopefully it makes us look good. The consequences if he doesn't will be severe. The lights are out on top of the pace car. We did delay the green.
Yeah, McElroy League owner is having himself a nice little chat with the drivers, making sure that they know, what they should do. Be a little calmer, show some respect, give each other room. You're not winning it on lap 1. You're not winning it on lap 50 either. But you sure can lose it.
Miller was pretty much a race time decision. Saw him talking earlier to the admin team. He did join the session, but he is not gridded up and he is not on pit road as of yet. So we'll see if he gets to come in a little later or if he will be unable to attend.
It says he is connected. He did disconnect due to upload packet loss, so probably just an internet connectivity issue.
But nevertheless, we have 42 cars ready to roar out in anger here for 100 laps for a great cause.
Your pink car doesn't look as good as my pink car.
It'll look great if you can get it up towards the front, Zach. Coming out of turn number 4. Pace car going to make the hard left-hand turn. Drew Joao going to lead us down through the Geico restart zone, and we are underway for the Matt Liveries 200.
Oh, we're already 3.
You can see the field start to spread out 3 and 4 wide. Very easy to do here at Auto Club, side by side for the race lead.
Is everyone going to be able to hold it?
Through turn 2, we're going to see if anyone snaps on the exit. A couple guys getting squirrely through the back, but it looks like they're all going to make it through. Incredibly, all 42 cars going to make it through turns 1 and 2, but...
Oh, not through 3 and 4, though.
They're 4 wide. Mark Frimpong, that's going to be contact. The 18 going to come down right into the 85. Caution is out, and they're wrecking further back. Mark Frimpong could not hold it through 3 and 4. Logan Brass getting turned around. It's either the 69 of Timothy J. Moore. Not sure what happened to him. That kicked off the secondary wreck. Let's take a look at what happened. I don't know.
Timothy just got... I think that back end... The rear just went on him.
That was...
Oh, that is terrible for Jordan Miller. Multiple cars just unnecessarily
Jordan Miller
involved.
raced his way in through the LCQ. He got the 10th and final transfer spot by less than 1,000th of a second, pretty much. It was a statistical tie on iRacing.
Another bad one, just one barely got into. Brandon Kiger trying to go low. Gets caught by
that was
Frimpong
the
as he's coming
85
down.
that we mentioned. Yeah. Nowhere for him to go.
Ooh-wee.
The 18 just snaps loose out of turn number 4 on those cold tires, and big damage to the right front of that 85. Logan Brass is going to get caught out. Of note, Nick Miller is able to get out on track. We will have all 43 cars.
I want to give a shout out to Larry McKenzie Jr. during that, getting tapped or touched by Frimpong as he's getting loose, and able to keep that car straight.
An absolutely good display of car control there. But
There's
note,
also
Timothy
beating
J.
bang.
Moore said, "I'm so sorry I tapped the brake and it yanked right on me." So that's what kicked off that secondary incident there. Very sensitive under these cold tires. Got a bunch of guys coming in to fix that early damage.
Another big change this week, and for this week and next week, no fast repair.
So that'll be interesting to note for these drivers. It was a league-wide vote. The drivers voted pretty close vote, but in the end, no fast repairs will be in effect for the next 2 races. This one and at Watkins Glen, and then we'll have a final vote to see what the league prefers. Obviously, we had a fast repair for Daytona, but not here. So a couple guys behind the 8 ball pretty early on. Logan Brass, Jordan Miller. Just Pinder having to come in and serve.
Dylan Herbertson up 5 spots.
James Jimmy Filler's up 6 spots.
How is his man? Jonathan Schwartz, newcomer in the league, up 7 spots.
See what,
He's here on our Tuesday night league.
Let's turn this audio just a bit.
Man wants to hear the vroom vrooms go vroom vroom.
Absolutely. There we go. Everything's all good.
That's so unprofessional.
It's too quiet. Need to hear the cars at least under caution.
Well, ooh, you just turned it up, and we gotta crank it up.
We'll be redeemed on the upcoming restart here on lap number 6. And again, cold tires on these restarts. Going to have to see how it plays out. Ryan Hatch making his season debut, though. He's up 7 spots. Brandon Bowers, he's up 11. Zach Scare and Travis DeLeon. But it is Daniel Pendergrass up 13 spots. Your biggest mover thus far. Lights are out on top of the pace car. Front row, exactly the same. Dylan Herbertson shot out of a cannon. To get to the second row. We are coming back to green flag action here on lap number 6.
I'm gonna say there's a pretty big hole in that outside line. The inside's not as pretty either.
We're gonna crank it up here. Is Richard Mendoza gonna get us back to green flag racing? Huge one on the front stretch. Just same thing we saw last time at a turn number 4. Unable to hold it on those cold tires. Let's take a look at what happened. I think that might have started.
It was Failovich.
In the 88 machine. And he was just loose through the entirety of the corner. Back and forth, right up into Hunter Rupp. Nowhere he could have gone. Daniel Pereira, the 54, the 43 of Mitchell Bagley piles in late. Huge damage.
This is what folks would call the big one.
Let's go on board here. William Bowman should have a decent shot at this. But Hunter Rupp's going to get the worst of this. Just nothing he could have done. He's going to get ran over from behind as well. Slammed into the inside wall. Blown engine for the 66. And his race is over before it even got started. The 34, Daniel Pereira. Take a look on board with him. He's going to get caught up in this sandwich as well. Know where he could have gone. He's going to get nailed. Mitchell Bagley here, unable to apply the brakes in time. Doesn't really see the wreck until it's far too late. But he honestly, yeah, he's kind of caught out at the start. Doesn't see anything. You can kind of tell Randy Arms is going low. Nothing noticeable there. And then by this point, okay, now there's a wreck. There's nowhere really to go. Kind of locks it up. Mark Frimpong.
That's really sad for Blank Gold Racing. They had Daniel Hashi in the LCQ. Got taken out twice in the 2 incidents that we had in the LCQ. And now Pereira, like, we'll have to see how much of that car he can get fixed.
Ryan Hatch running into the wreck late. With these no fast repairs, it's going to take out a number of these drivers if they can't figure out how to warm these tires up to an optimal temperature and get through turns 3 and 4 cleanly.
7 minutes optional is repairable.
Obviously, every point counts when you're racing for the top 30 to lock yourself in. So we'll see what these guys are able to do. Looks like everyone's back out on track, obviously, except for Hunter Rupp, who blew his motor, and then Dylan Failvich on pit road. After kicking off our second caution of the evening. We saw kind of the similar start to the race at Chicagoland, and what turned out to be one of the best races we've ever called. Is just got to get through the initial start, get those tires up to temperature, get some field spread into it. And we can
need heat in those tires.
Yeah, but we saw all the trouble out of turn 2, and they made it through again cleanly on that last one. Through 3 and 4, we've seen on both restarts, just guys unable to handle it. Leading to some nasty accidents here at Auto Club. Lights are out on top of the pace car. We'll be getting back to green flag action here on lap number 10. Pace car making the hard left-hand turn down pit road. Dylan Herberton going to be leading us back to the Geico restart zone. And we are underway.
Big jump from Dylan there.
See the field again start to spread out 3 and 4 wide. James Jimmy Filler's making a move to the top side. See if they can make it through turn 2. Looks like pretty clean there so far. Guy's probably trying to get the message. Last week's winner, Thomas Green, he started 16th. He's up to the 11th position. A little bit of a check up there on the bottom side with Jarrett Talmadge. Through 3 and 4. Can we make it? Let's look further back in the field. Looks like we'll be able to.
There's a little bit of aggressive.
Oh, just as we say that, Zach Scare and Mark Frimpong. Wrecking at the back. We'll say caution is out. Again, Mark Frimpong being involved in some of this early action. Let's take a look at what happened. Zach Scare getting involved. The 18 with a much better run through 3 and 4.
Does he just come up and get him?
Oh, and that was like that Danica Patrick incident all those years ago.
He kind of just comes up and gets him.
Yeah. Kind of comes up into the left rear. Not sure why. He had more room down there. Zach doesn't come down at all. And then Zach trying to save it. He's got it locked up, trying to save it. Mitchell Bagley gets a piece, and Daniel Pereira again. Nothing he could have done.
Oh, no, Daniel.
Mark Frimpong having an action-packed race for all the wrong reasons thus far.
That is heartbreaking for Black Gold. That car is not moving well right now.
We saw Frimpong.
I think he had a toe.
And that time he didn't get loose, but rather just came up and turned the 82 machine there. Turn 4, definitely calamity corner. My goodness, Brandon Kiger on pit road. Dylan Failvich still on pit road.
I don't know if I should say. You should go to Chase and look at what's on the back of Mark Frimpong's car.
Well, he's definitely on demon time. That's for sure.
Yeah. Just a very not good thing to have.
And they're almost beating and banging on pit road there. Zach Omben. Oh, and got tight with the 84 there of Jonathan Schwartz. But if we can just make it through turn 4, we might have a good race on our hands.
Nah, I don't know about that, because then we have to go right back through 1 and 2.
Let's go talk to our top 2. Here with Dylan Herviton and Richard Mendoza. How we doing, fellas?
We're doing good. If you can't tell.
Yeah, kind of sitting 1-2 and getting through 3 and 4, and everyone else isn't. So you're kind of just having a great start to this race, I'd say.
Yeah, man. I started 9th and drove my way to 4th in a lap, or like less than a lap. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Could say. Nice. Good run off too there. Took 3rd and then made a deal with Ricky to get around him to lead a lap, and then we haven't really gone green since. So yeah, it's been a great time. I love the extra iRacing or iPacing add-on that I got for iRacing when I first bought it. So
right.
It's fun. I enjoy this.
Yeah, turn 4 catching pretty much a lot of people out. I'm not sure why, but that's where we are. Richard, you did good in the LCQ. Looked quick last week, started 2nd here, and you remained 2nd. So solid race so far.
Yep, I have high hopes for my finishing.
Ricky, what do you want me to do? You going outside? Or you want me to go inside? What the heck?
Ooh, we gotta get in on their team strats here.
Yeah, that's all right. No, you guys didn't hear that.
All right, we'll be sure to relay it to everybody else.
No. Listen, this is a YJ Media Motorsports thing only, and some with Dylan Herviton Racing fella.
Yeah, make sure to blur our dashes out too.
Oh yeah.
We don't.
We'll just run an ad before we go to your cockpit cam.
Yeah, you should just run an ad for the whole interview, because why would anybody want to listen to us, right?
Right. Good luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
Hey, thanks, man. Thank team guy.
They're having a good time. 1 and 2.
Team guy.
Should we dock his pay for that comment?
What pay?
You're right.
10 minutes of optional. No.
Well, it's Auto Club. You just got to keep plugging away at it.
I mean, you got 100 laps. There have been enough cautions so far.
Let's see if we can get through turn 4 at least once.
I've really been watching this race mostly from Chopper View about midway on back just to see. I'm trying to catch all the action.
Yeah, but Dylan Herviton through the Geico restart zone, and we are underway here on lap 15. He's going to come up to pull the 46. Drew Jawat and James Jimmy Fielder, we saw them work so well at Daytona together.
We're 3. They were looking to almost make it 4.
Off of turn number 2. Haven't had any issues there. And let's just go mid-pack here. And just see what happens through turn number 4. It has not been pretty. Contact made through turns 3.
Oh, they're wrecking. Oh, Jordan Miller with a save and a half at the back.
Still contact. We're going to get our first lap under green. Let's take a look at what happened to Jordan Miller. Looks like he's going to get tagged here. Oh, my goodness. It's tagged there from the 23, I believe, of William Bowman. He's down to the 35th position, our last transfer from the LCQ. William Bowman.
I thought surely that car was going around.
William Bowman got a little tight there through 3 and 4. Came up and got him. Drew Jawat took the lead in all of that. And it's 5 cars under a
Carson
blanket.
Poindexter hit the wall.
3 wide further back. James Jimmy Fillers through the middle. Kyle Ritchie on the bottom. Joshua McQuiggan up top side by side for the
James
race
Jimmy Fillers
lead.
going 3.
Look at these teammates working together. Dylan Herberton, Richard Mendoza. Bump drafting down the back straightaway. That'll get Dylan back to the lead, side by side for second. James Jimmy Fillers clear to 4th. Mendoza, but Drew will slot back in line. Oh, he's going to make a move to the inside of Dylan. Had a great run through 3 and 4. Thomas Green, last week's winner, he's up 10 spots, using that high line to his advantage, trying to push his teammate Jared Talmadge through.
McQuiggan making a pass for P4 on Fillers.
Nick
Ooh,
Miller, though,
contact.
your biggest mover by far, up 25 spots after joining late due to internet connectivity issues. We got these tires warmed up, and these boys are putting on a show now. Fastest lap, Tyler Connors ran a 40 flat. Alan Burt immediately beat it, 39.96. First lap we've seen in the 39s all weekend. Very nice lap time there from the 2 machine. The ASBV racing driver, Kevin Boley, gets a little loose right in front of him. Spencer Burton on the move as well. For Platinum Motorsports, the Roku TV Ford Mustang. Travis DeLeon.
Ooh, Sarge Mann sitting at middle 3. Oh, he was on the right rear of Fillers. Oh, he pinched Poindexter.
Trying to get that run through that second lane.
And he's still looking. They keep giving him a hole.
Okay, Drew trying to make a move. Joshua McQuiggan, though, gets to his outside. Tyler Davala. Brendan McLaughlin, he's through the middle.
There was contact between Talmadge and Fillers.
McLaughlin uses a pinball. Here comes Brandon Bowers. We're 4 wide. Oh, he's blinking out. Not great, but you want to see the 4 wide. Can they hang on to it? Nick Miller trying to make it 5 wide. Now we're back down to just 2x2. Bowers will slot into line. Comes a 74 Jonathan Dawley with help from Alan Bird, the second. Trying to get a run off that second lane. Tyler Connors going around the outside of Tyler Davala.
That 20 machine is making up ground in a hurry.
He is up 28 spots. And he's not done yet, up into the 9th position. Magnus Anderson trying to take a peek on Brandon Bowers in the 7. This is great stuff. They just had to get through turn number 4. You can see here the field starting to get a little spread out. Mitchell Bagley has lost pretty much the main field. He was involved in that second caution. Heavy damage to the 43.
Oh, Nick Miller got pinched into the wall. Stopped a lot of his momentum. We're going to check up that outside line there.
But they pretty much have two main packs.
Ooh, Fillers got into the back of McQuiggan and got loose at her.
Not necessarily plate racing, although the draft is important.
And they're about to be bump drafted down the backstretch. Nick Miller pushing Talmadge.
But Zach Obbins 1.5 seconds back from what you can say is 27 cars within 3 seconds of each other. Larry McKenzie side by side with Justin L. Johnson. Loose out of 4 there, maybe got a piece of the wall. 3 wide, Thomas Green in the middle. The 49 of Sartaj Man way to the top side of the racetrack. He's going to get a run off that high side.
Bowers got loose on the low side.
But Nick Miller, he's up 31 spots.
He's not done yet.
Thomas Green. Good run there on the low side. Almost ran in the back of McQuiggan. Ooh, Talmadge in the wall. Contact made. They keep it straight. Drew getting kind of pushed all around. Side by side for second. Sartaj Man using that low side of the racetrack. He's cleared a second. Dylan Herbertson's been out front for most of this. James Jimmy Fillers doesn't have any drafting help on the low side of the racetrack. Sartaj Man going up top. We saw the 36 and the 49 battling for the race win at Chicagoland a couple of weeks ago. He's going to look to the bottom here. Great run off of turn number 4. Not going to lead this lap, but he's got a great run down to turn number 1. Side by side for the race lead here on lap number 26. Drew Joie, big run into turn number 1. Can the 49 get clear? Looks like he's going to be able to.
I can't believe we're just a quarter through this race and we have
crossover from the 36. Side draft from the 49. Here comes the 46 back into the mix. Jared Talmadge trying to get clear from Drew. Nick Miller still not done picking up spots. 49 now has the run on the outside. Can he lead this lap? Yes, he can. Lap led for the 049.
That's my pick to win. He showed it in the LCQ and he's showing it here.
Oh, contact almost between the 46 and the 20. Nick Miller, he's up 32 spots, still not done. What a move there from Fillers. Gets back into line, though.
Drew Joie really, putting his car where it doesn't need to be sometimes. I was surprised Fillers cut him a break.
Yeah, they work well at Daytona, so look at this, though.
Oh, but he's sending them 3.
Trying to break the draft.
Oh, Nick Miller jumps up to get in line. Brandon Bowers goes down.
Thomas Green taking a peek through the middle. 4 wide! Nick Miller on that outside. It's a good run off. You can tell the draft very important as these guys are bump drafting down the back straightaway. Brandon Bowers, he's up 28 spots. Further back, Jonathan Dolly, he's up 15. Justin L. Johnson, he's up 13. Spencer Burton in that 98 machine, he's up 23.
Oh, there's a yellow.
Oh, Brandon Kiger. Take a look here, the 85 machine. Oh, and this is Mark Frimpong again. Who's just having a no good, very rotten, bad day. Stop me if you've heard this one before. It is off of turn number 4. Just self-clears right in front of the 8 machine of Jordan Miller.
Oh, Philly Bean. You talked about everyone else needs to wreck it, and it happens to Pinder.
Chris Pinder, just an innocent bystander. Gordon Miller held his line. Mark thought he was going to have the momentum to get cleared, and that was not the case.
Christopher, I think you're a little off on your counting there. I think it's been possibly 3.
It is definitely at least 2. We expect the entire field down for green flag pit stops, though.
And you've
Or
got
fresh
5 sets of
tires.
I was gonna say you got 5 sets of tires. Why not use one here? If anyone stays out,
Race onto pit road under caution. As everybody's in.
I was gonna say if anyone stays out, they should be questioned.
Yeah, every single person down.
Okay, that to be fair, Zach Scare just wants a lap back. He just wants a lap back.
Gonna take the wave around knowing that cautions breed cautions. They're gonna be on cold tires heading to turn number 4. We've seen how that's worked out. Race off a pit road won by Timothy J. Moore. 5 seconds, only fuel only there?
What did he say? Hold up. Are they not in a voice chat? Oh, no, they're not.
They are not.
You know what? You got Tyler DeVol in the booth.
Making his debut for us. How we doing, Tyler?
Going well so far.
Sitting in the 11th position. Been pretty racy up towards the front. Keeping the car clean. A lot of action, though.
Yeah, been a lot of cautions so far. We were up P5, fell back a little. I tried to save some tire and kind of realized the run's not really long enough for that. So we learned on that first run, and we'll put it to work here.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing what we can do on this restart here. Good luck the rest of the way, sir.
All right, thank you, guys.
Tyler's a good kid.
Guy's in a good-looking race car, too.
Oh, yeah, the best one out there.
Lights are out on top of the pace car. Sartaj Man.
Hey, would you look at that? Our picks to win, not being jinxed. You think I ruined it for him?
I don't know. It's tough to say sometimes.
Timothy J. Moore had to come back in. I wonder what happened there.
I just didn't check tires.
We're on new tires. Let's see. McElroy just brought it up in chat to drivers, talking about turn 4. Can we make it through it again?
Fingers crossed, we've had enough of an issue with turn 4. I'm shocked we haven't seen any turn 2 shenanigans as it stands. The public's car does look clean. A lot of good-looking paint schemes.
Ooh, what is going on in the back here?
If you want a good-looking paint scheme, Matt Liveries is your guy. Hit him up on Twitter. He's got a Discord. Definitely get you looking right for any leagues or official racing that you might partake in. But Matt Liveries will get you looking real good.
Got a direct link in there in chat just to help out.
Going to be a third of the way through this race next time by already. Hard to believe. The pace car takes that hard left-hand turn. Sartaj Man and Richard Mendoza, your front row. And through the Geico restart zone, and we are back underway. Inside line with a decent jump. And the 49 will be clear down into turn number 1.
We're already 3 wide.
They're at Talmadge. Nick Miller almost 4 wide. Dylan Herberton on the bottom.
Oh, there's contact. I don't know who that
Brandon
is.
Bowers up top. They get a great run. Spinning further back. Justin L. Johnson. caution will be out yet again. Further back.
It's not out. Why is it not out?
Oh, there it is. Timothy J. Moore, that's a left front toe link broken. And that was pretty much my fault for mentioning the turn 2 shenanigans. I believe that started with Magnus Anderson.
It did. Ooh, I think he was loose for a good while of that quarter, and Johnson just came in with a full head of steam.
Yeah, Cold Tire's not treating these guys well. Yeah, back end starts to come around. 33 gets into him, and he's unable to save it. Zach Amon. Oh, and Daniel Pendergrass kills him. Let's go on board here.
Oh, you can see them tires lock up.
Timothy J. Moore, we know he's got great speed.
And he's out of the race.
And nowhere to go. Yeah.
He's already parked it.
And Zach Scare, who stayed out to get a lap back, gonna get implicated in this. Again, Cold Tires just catching a lot of these guys out.
You spin me right. Christopher Pinder, you're a lucky dog.
Let's go get a quick word here with Jonathan Shorts. You've seen him in our Tuesday night league. Just want to get his thoughts on what he's seeing out there this evening. Here with the Speed Zone Esports guys, got YG meeting in the booth. How we doing?
We're surviving.
So
Yeah, Cold Tires, pretty much killing a lot of the drivers out there tonight. It looks like turn number 4 being the primary source of all this calamity.
Yeah, the car absolutely sucks for about the first 5 laps or so. Just need people to just chill out on these starts and try to get a run going, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, once it settled down there, after those first 2 cautions, it was a really good run there until that last one, and then obviously the Cold Tires kicked right back in. But very racy once we got going out of that out of the initial warm-up phase.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some long green flag laps here.
Absolutely. Well, we got the no fast repair rule this week, so they'll either figure it out or they won't. Consequences of your own actions kind of thing. So those that can keep it clean will be rewarded, I imagine.
Yeah, I hope.
You're right.
You can only hope.
Absolutely. Well, good luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we know these guys are very capable of a good clean run. We've seen it numerous times. Just have to get through those first 5 laps, as you heard it there from Randy Arm. He said the car just flat out sucks through for the first 5 laps.
I don't know how I feel about this. Spencer Byrne, who just left, is sitting in the broadcast waiting room. he just manually disconnected.
Interesting.
I don't know if I want to bring him in. I feel like that man might not have good words to say.
What's up, Nick?
You're missing a little bit of eye pacing, brother.
I'm not even worried about it. I just know exactly what it is. It's Cold Tires and people just trying to send it off in there like the tires are up to temperature. I don't have any worries about it. So
That's true, Zach.
It's a learning curve for a lot of people, I imagine. Especially with the 60% fuel capacity added for strategy reasons.
I will try and get this in before we go green. The first lap of the first practice race, out of 2, I slammed the car into the outside wall because it was just loose. I didn't collect anybody else. What?
Drew Joie having something, but we're back to green flag racing here. Lap number 37. Sartaj Man gets us going. Pretty sure Drew. Yeah, I think he's
gonna
gone.
disconnect to upload cat.
Yeah.
Oh
wait.
Loss at some point.
Yeah, he's.
If he goes back, he's gonna kill somebody.
Side by side for the race lead. Side by side, 3 wide almost for third. James Jimmy Filler's gonna get turned, collecting his teammate. Thomas Green involved caution out on the racetrack, wrecking further back.
Oh, they're still wrecking. Calm
Carson
down.
Poindexter, Mitchell Bagley, Mark Frimpong gonna get turned again. The 85.
Oh, William Bowman.
That all started. James Jimmy Filler's gonna get turned off at turn number 2 by Nick Miller. And then everything.
Oh, Drew's still here.
The 23 machine there. William Bowman. Got a right front toe link broken after the end of this.
I think the biggest problem is the ones that wrecked after the fact.
Yeah, Fillers actually didn't hit anything. I don't
But
believe.
it happened back with Zach Ahman.
Let's take a look here.
I think he went to lock it up and it just.
Yeah, Nick just gets tight, gets into the left rear.
And then whatever happened with Matthew Taylor.
Let's take a look here with the 35 CMS Nation driver. Oh, he just got on the brakes and it just came around on him. Collects the 85 machine.
I think there might have been a little too much of adjusting the brake bias for the race.
The 85 Brandon Kiger, nothing he could have done there.
By the way, Drew did reappear at the back of the pack.
Let's take a look here. Zach Ahman as well. Getting into Carson Poindexter. Mitchell back. Oh, that was unnecessary. That was unfortunate. Oh, and he also just brakes and... Oh, my goodness.
That's what I said it a minute ago. You don't pay attention.
It was the same incident, though. Mitchell Bagley, oh, that was really undeserved.
Yeah, this grid, no cautions, Watkins Glen, it's going to be a fun one. Ryan gets it.
Interesting to note, Dylan Felvich just came on track to take 43rd position away from Hunter Rupp.
Hey, he might get more positions out of it if he keeps going. Actually, he will. Spencer Burton left. Timothy J. Moore left.
Crew Racing, how we doing, fellas?
We're doing speeding on pit road.
Ouch. Have you considered not doing that?
Yes, I have, but I have thought against it, and we're going to continue doing it for the rest of the night.
The intrusive thoughts won over?
Yes.
Yes. So, cold tires. We had Randy Arms tell us earlier this car sucks through the first 5 laps. Is that pretty much what's going on here tonight?
He's given too much credit. It's like 2 laps, but...
But it pretty much sucks right off the restarts.
Oh yeah, you're if you're in the gas slightly too much, your like back end is around and you're heading towards the grass or the inside wall.
I've definitely
Maybe
seen
the outside
that
wall.
a couple times here this evening. So just gotta get those 2 laps under our belt, and then we had a great run. So yeah, just gotta get through those first 2 laps.
Yep, 2 laps.
That's not that bad.
Zach, you kind of in a race of attrition right now.
I'm used to it by now. I think I'm used to sitting in my pit stalled for the whole race, you know?
Interesting. Well, I admire the fighting spirit. Good luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
3.5 minutes. I'm coming back
There
out.
we go. I love it. Got some fans in here. Got Jonathan Dolly. Got some 46 fans. Richard Mendoza.
Next chance we get, even if it's under green, Spencer Burton says has good things to say. He's not mad, he's just bummed.
We'll definitely hit you up here next time we get a break in the action, Spencer. '49 got a great jump there on that restart.
He's pulling Tyler to a P2 right now.
Let's go side by side for second, side by side for fourth. No contact going to be made with the 46. Can they get away with it? As everyone tries to settle into line. We'll treat you like Josh Williams, and we're just not going to let you leave. You just stay in there for a couple hours, watch the race, eat a pizza. Tyler Duvall at a P2.
Let's go, YJ Media boy.
Further back, car's getting loose. That is, I believe, Ryan Hatch.
They think better of it going into one.
Your favorite driver is probably somewhere on screen right now. 3 and 4 wide. Ryan Hatch in the 54. Trying to get around off the high side. Carson Poindexter, we know he's got great speed, but he's in the wall. Commentators cursed instantaneously there. Travis De Leon, he's up 24 spots for CMS. Bringing a very nice paint scheme to the track. With a holographic number almost, it seems like.
Nick Miller challenging for P2.
He is up 34 spots, trying to make it 35. Here comes Jonathan Dolly in the 74.
I guess that man decided he was tired of getting disrespected by me in practice races. And he's putting his foot down.
Look at this bump draft here to Nick Miller.
Oh, caution.
Caution on the racetrack. Tony Scarbo, Kyle, Richie Drew Giroux, Larry McKenzie Jr. Oh, this is turn 4 again. Stop me if you've heard this one. Mark Frimpong has a great look at this. Through the middle! I believe. Is this with James Jimmy Fillers? No, that's Drew Giroux, it looks like.
Yeah, the wreck was with Drew.
The 15 of Travis De Leon. Oh, and they just meet in the middle. Drew comes up, Travis comes down. The 59, Tony Scarbo nowhere to go. 76, 32. Nowhere for a lot of these guys to go. Back it up and take another alternate look at this. There's the 85 shooting through the grass. Brandon Kiger.
The front three came down to pit, by the way.
So I get to lead the
I don't
race
know
to
if that was
Jonathan Dolly.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to him.
Well, now we gotta talk to Spencer Burton first,
All right, yeah.
and then we'll go get Dolly.
Spencer Burton in the 98. What happened out there tonight?
I was on the outside lane and we were running pretty strong, and I was working my way through the field, and just got put in the outside lane and smacked into the wall when they were wrecking. Had a 2 on that restart, crushed my front end, and going in 3 and 4, and my spotter said my front right wheel was broke, and thing shot off to the wall, and I knew we were done from there.
Right. Ran so good at Daytona last week, not going to come away with the finish he deserved here tonight. What was your take on the cold tires on this car? What was the warm up period like for you?
Oh, I loved them. I just ran the outside. I was picking guys off left and right on cold tires. They pushed too hard to the bottom, and they're making too many mistakes. I just was picking guys off one by one, and then just nowhere to go. I mean, they just need to learn how to back off on the restart.
Right, we've seen that a couple of times tonight. Obviously, just guys getting too squirrely, too much throttle input on the first couple of laps of a restart. Definitely leading to some issues, but hate to see it for you. Ran a solid race while you were still in there. Looked good at Daytona last week. What are your thoughts on Watkins Glen next week, first road course of the season?
Ooh, that one's gonna be good. I can't wait. There's gonna be a lot of shifting in that one, so we're gonna see who can manage to not spike the RPMs and spin themselves out, and who can hit their shifts on time, and who can really apex some corners and nail those lines.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, looking forward to it, man, and hope to see you get a better finish next week.
I can't wait, man. Thank y'all.
Absolutely.
8 minutes.
Here with the
Oh
10
my
old Galvin
goodness.
Racing
Okay.
crew. A lot of you in
Okay.
here. How we doing, fellas?
You'll be about
Doing good.
I
great.
want to know
12
who
laps
just
down.
junked me, man. That was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Jonathan Dolly, you just got shot out of a cannon on that last restart.
Oh,
At night.
yeah. Feels good on these tires.
Interesting strategy call, though, to stay out, but it looks like you got a bunch of guys with you, so it looks like you're on the preferred strategy as of right now.
Yeah, we're on the same fuel as most of them. So the top three, I don't know what they're doing, but I'll take the extra point for one lap lead, and we'll see what we can get done here.
Absolutely. Well, good luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
Appreciate you.
That's what we get for joining mid-race. Little bit of an oopsie-whoopsie.
We can't bleep that out. Jonathan Dolly, Dylan Herberton, your front row. Teammates on the second row, Jarrett Talmadge and Thomas Green. Let's see what they could do. Look at Kevin Boley. He snuck up into the top 10 as well. As well as Tyler Connors, Brendan
51,
McLaughlin.
Zach Auman going 3-1 down low. Oh, we're 4 wide way in the back.
Can they make it through turn number 2? Big gap between packs here. It looks like everyone behind Mitchell Bagley. Kind of dropped off there. Yeah, Logan Brass, it's a 23-car breakaway. And Magnus Anderson, 24th, leading the second group of cars.
And up front, still fighting for his spot, Jonathan Dolly. He led that lap.
Thomas
He's
Green to the
still-
lead, though. Dylan Herberton, an ever-present face at the front as well. He said in his interview last week that he was excited for Auto Club. He was going to set the pace, see who has the speed to stay up front. Oh, trouble further back. I believe that is the 8 machine. Brandon Kiger involved as well. Trying to miss it. That was the 8 of
Jordan Miller.
Jordan Miller. I believe that was the 15 of Travis DeLeon. Let's take a look at what happened.
Travis holds his line. I think Jordan Miller expects him to go more towards the wall, and he just keeps coming up the track.
The whodunit cam. Give us a good look. Yeah, I'd say that's that's what happened there. And Brandon Kiger has to escape through the grass yet again. With that 8 machine, he shouldn't have too much damage considering how tanky this next-gen car is. Let's take another look at this here. Look at it in quarter speed here. Yeah, he's going to expect De Leon to go out to the wall like fillers, but he's not entitled to, so... Hard impact there. Sparks are flying. The race of attrition battles on.
Campers are flaring. Driver chat has been disabled.
Go get a quick word here with the man involved in that most recent caution. Here with the CMS boys, how we doing, fellas?
Oh, fantastic.
All right. So, first question is, how was the tire warm-up? How was the first couple of laps? Everyone else said it sucked. What's your opinion?
It's fine. It's the same as it is every time you drive this track.
If I'm on the bottom, it's scary, but if you're up top, it's fine.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
We've heard that a couple times. Topside better for the first couple of laps, but it seems if we can get through the first couple of laps, then y'all put on a great show. It's just getting through those first couple of laps is the big challenge.
Yeah, I don't really find it that hard. It's just people keep wrecking.
Yeah, just gotta take your foot out of the throttle for just a couple seconds. It feels like.
No, you gotta drive the car as hard as you can every single second you're on the track.
Not wide.
That's the only way to succeed in this.
Travis, you were involved in that last caution. Not your fault though. How's the damage to the car?
Seems pretty good. Just getting yelled at in chat. And they said, "Oh, if the 15 wants to go to a private chat, I'm sure there's a laundry list of people that want to talk to him." And I said, "Look, talk on. I don't understand what's going on out here."
Yeah, I don't know, but just protest it or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they could protest it.
Kevin Boley, you're running in 6th position right now. Kind of just had a very quiet race. I pray that I do not jinx you here. But
please don't.
I'm so sorry. But I have to know that you just kind of been riding consistent, quiet, and just kind of picking them up one by one.
That's right.
But you're looking good out there so far.
Try to keep it up there.
Absolutely. Halfway through, good luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
Yeah, that 17 car had its welder on pit road. Got this thing all fixed up.
Stacking toe links.
There you go. No fast repairs this week. It's the consequences of everyone's own actions.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it so much.
There you go. Well, good luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
See you, Max.
I know the CMS boys were. I know the CMS boys were very happy about the no fast repairs. They were very clean. They usually get caught up in everyone else's mess, but if they can avoid it, it's a bunch of free spots for them. And Travis did not do anything on that last caution. But the race of attrition wears on. You see across the top of your screen, guys, multiple laps down, still on track. We haven't really seen our ticker display people that many laps down. Daniel Pereira still on track, 18 laps down. Love to see the determination there to pick up spots, to learn. But Thomas Green, your Daytona winner, getting us back underway here, halfway complete in the Matt Liveries 200. His teammate Jared Talmadge, they worked very well together at Daytona. Try and pull him along to second place, make it a Planet Sim Esports 1-2. Have to get through Dylan Herberton, though, side by side for second. Herberton's going to get that run off the high side of the racetrack. 3 wide further back. There's Sartaj Mann, Kevin Boley, Nick Miller. Justin L. Johnson's making a move. He's up 25 spots, cracked the top 10.
Are we looking middle 3? Nick Miller, if he had the run, I know he was going to put that car there.
Got teammates working together. 46 and 36 on the bottom, 13 and 42 up top. Drag race into turn number 1 at 200 miles an hour. Top speed achieved in this race is 209 from Dylan Herberton. Thomas Green using that high side of the racetrack to his advantage, getting a run off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. You can see here again, here comes Nick Miller. That's actually Joshua McQuiggan, excuse me, trying to take a peek there for third. Almost hits the outside wall. Zach Amon for Triracial Racing making a move.
I was going to say, there are a lot of blue schemes in this field.
Travis De Leon said the damage was fine. The 15 car in the 15th position. Alan Burns.
He didn't even come in and get anything fixed. He stayed out.
Logan Brass making his debut for Bitcoin Boys Racing in the 89. Very good looking paint schemes for this entire team. I believe it is 28.
Oh, contact. I think that's Jimmy Fillers. He saves it.
Yeah, he's stuck on the bottom side of the racetrack. No help. No drafting partners. There should be 28 cars on the lead lap. And the race of attrition has kind of extended all the way to 29th. And everyone behind him.
Ooh, Brandon Bowers getting loose bottom 3.
Justin L. Johnson taking a peek there. Three wide for
second.
Jarrett Talmadge up top. Herberton in the middle. Joshua McQuiggan down low. No one yielding an inch. Herberton backs out of it.
Loose.
Here comes his teammate. Thomas Green is loving what he's seeing in the rearview mirror. Here comes a 49. Sartaj Man, Nick Miller with a run. Nowhere to take it. Very tight margins. Brandon Bowers waiting if something happens. Tyler Davala trying to get back into the top 10. Gonna get side drafted back by Fillers. Jonathan Schwartz making his debut for Speed Zone Esports. He's running solidly inside the top 15. Davala gonna... Ooh, Kevin Boley in the wall.
Kevin Boley.
Kevin Boley.
We're 3. Brandon
Four
Bowers
wide.
with a run.
Right through the middle. We said he was going to wait if something happened. He went from 10th to 5th in one lap. 4 wide. He's going to come out ahead. Herberton's got the run off the top. The 46 almost left rear Bowers.
Oh, the way they were able to get that to just line up and all of them go topside. Zach
Almond in the wall. We keep it straight. Bowers was very close to getting left rear, but 46 timed it perfectly. So Planet Sim Esports 1-2 though. Thomas Green and Jarrett Talmadge pacing the field. Bump drafting from McQuiggan. 3 cars under a blanket. As we've made it through the first 5 laps of this run, everyone said that was mostly when these tires started to just feel the worst. We're starting to get a little bit single file. Tyler Connors and Jonathan Schwartz battling for the 14th position. Randy Arms has been involved in a couple of incidents tonight. He's making his way back up towards the top 15. Drew Jawat also trying to do the same thing.
P1 to P21.
I'll give Mark Frimpong some credit. Disastrous start to the race. I think he would tell you that himself. But he's settled down now, got a clean looking race car for the most part. He's running inside the top 20. Logan Brass, he's up 12 spots in his debut. Brandon Kiger qualified very well. Involved in some incidents right off the rip. He's trying to make his way back up.
Ryan, don't you be saying things like that. It is not too calm. It is still, they are still racy for like P3.
We have 40 laps to go next time by. We're pretty much 3 wide for 3rd.
We are 3 wide for 3rd.
Sartaj Man through the middle. Help from Richard Mendoza. Dylan Herberton pushing. Talmadge clear. Brandon Bowers up top. Nick Miller on the bottom. Has to back out of it. That was McQuiggan, excuse me. They have very identical paint schemes. Spotter guide.
Wait till Tyler Davala gets up there. You throw another blue car in the mix.
Jonathan Schwartz. Tyler Connors also running blue paint schemes. Trying to throw me for a loop. Mendoza making a move to the bottom.
Ryan redeemed to crank it up. He wants chaos.
Crank it up. We're going to shut up and let the sounds of the race cars do their work. think about 6 cars scraped the wall off of turn number 4 that last lap, but they made it through.
I'm not sure who it was, but as we went around that lap car that was on the apron, there was very near contact between that car and Richard Mendoza.
Yeah, that was. Let's take a look at that. This is Ryan Hatch. He was just coming off a pit road. The 54 machine. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he got in the grass.
And he came off the pit road and wasn't able to get back up to...
Caution's out.
Caution out on the racetrack.
Ooh, I hear thanks 10 from Richard Mendoza.
That is fillers. And yeah, Mendoza back to the 27th position in the grass on the front stretch.
Ooh, fillers. Ooh.
Let's take a look. It might be a misjudgment here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't... Ooh, fillers. That was uncharacteristic of the 10 machine. Oh, and he's going to hit the inside wall as well. And all of that, Dylan Herberton takes back the lead of the race.
I can't say what's going on in chat.
Let's take a look here. Who have we not talked to yet? Yeah, Planet Sim Esports. Yeah, this will be this will be a good interview.
Plate track.
How we doing, fellas? YJ meeting the booth. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Good.
Yeah, you guys, obviously, Thomas, you won Daytona last week, looking very good here again this week, running inside the top 5 comfortably. What have you guys been seeing out there tonight with these cold tires and just everything else?
A lot of loose cars.
Absolutely. How many laps has it taken to
try not to speed? Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. How long has it taken to get these tires into like a comfortable working window?
For me, about a lap and a half, and then it feels like you can do whatever you want, but it just seems like some people don't understand that, I think. And that's why we're getting a lot of yellows and restarts.
Right. But you're looking very good, though, working well together on restarts, drafting well together, and you look to be in a position to win if you can keep your nose clean.
I hope so. It's going to be tough doing that, though. It's chaos on the restarts. Everybody's trying to get everything they can get.
Survive.
Absolutely. Well, you've looked good out there through the first 66 laps, so good luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I'll let you have it.
Dylan Herberton wins the race off pit road. Sartaj Man right with him. Everyone came down for 4 fresh tires and filled it up with Sunoco Racing fuel.
I was having a little conversation with the boys in Jughead.
How are they doing tonight?
Fillers didn't realize, like, he thought, there was a little thought in his mind that Richard came down. I had to set him straight.
Yeah. It was pretty glaringly clear there.
He said it was not intentional. He wanted to come up and side draft him.
Right.
Drew Joie is begging for an interview. He's also in Jughead.
All right, we'll go down to Jughead.
Your discretion. Oh, God.
How we doing, Jughead and Drew Joie? Where's the rest of your team at? Why are they not in their voice chat?
We're not doing very well.
Yeah. We didn't bring the good package this week.
We didn't bring good, clean cars this week. I mean, we brought clean cars. We don't got them anymore, though.
We got turned, and we did some turning. I did not mean to wreck that guy. I feel like a clown.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw Fillers. You got turned Off turn number 2, collected Bowers on team violence. Not anyone, not y'all's fault, but all things considered, y'all got clean-ish looking race cars. You're both inside the top 15. What do you have for these last 30 laps?
I think it's basically going to just be like missing all these guys or playing bumper cars with them because, I mean, if you give up your right rear, you're screwed, but then, like, you can't go nowhere riding behind people, so it's basically just freight train around the outside and get turned when you can.
Well, hoping you don't get turned the rest of the way, gentlemen. Good luck.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Good luck, guys.
More 4Xs, please.
You got this 46. Well, he's going to be restarting currently 24th. So it's going to be a fight for him.
We know he's got great speed, so he's got to make it through some of this chaos. Like, get another restart, cold tires. The consensus is pretty much 2 laps. Sartaj Man did not get a good restart. Justin L. Johnson, he's up 32 spots, 3 wide for second.
Ooh, Brandon Bowers got left reared a little bit, pushed up high by Frimpong. Bowers is now taking that run.
3 by 3. They make it clean, but it's 4 wide down the back straightaway for second. Now 4 wide for third. Nick Miller all the way to the bottom. Contact going to be made. Thomas Green gets sent up the hill. I don't know how they're going to make this work.
Oh, Fillers is loose.
They made it work somehow. Look at this pack of cars.
There's still 3. They're going to be 3, possibly 4 going into 1.
Justin L. Johnson to the race lead. 3 wide for third. 3 wide for anything else behind him. Jarrett Talmadge stuck in the middle. Zach Alman on the bottom. Irvington trying to look low for the race lead. 30 laps to go next time by.
They said it takes 2 laps for these tires to warm up, and they're using all 2 of these laps to get these tires warm.
Oh, Mendonça, a little bit of contact there with Brandon Kiger. He's up to 18th, restarted in the 24th position. He's in that middle part of the racetrack. Tyler Connors shooting the middle further back.
Oh, Nick Miller, Jonathan Dolly, get into it.
And there's Nick Miller spun down to the inside 1 car. We stay green. Disastrous for the 20 machine. Take a look at what happened. The 20 going to come up into the left rear of Dolly.
What a save by Dolly there. Good car control to keep it straight.
Justin L. Johnson now being pushed by Sartaj Man. Those are teammates for Tri-Racial Racing. 30 laps to go.
I could see Tyler Duvall. He wants to get up in that high line. He just hasn't had room.
Jonathan Schwartz has cracked the top 10. He's running 9th. Mark Frimpong.
Ooh, contact for the lead. They're being out of 4.
No drafting help from Thomas Green. Justin L. Johnson will get that lap. Mark Frimpong, like we said, very rough start to the race. He's settled down, putting in some quick laps, trying to crack the top 10. Here's Alan Burr making a late charge as we...
3
Oh, contact! As we said that he door banged the 46. Further back, Travis DeLeon leading the second group.
Oh, contact between Sartaj Man and Tyler Davala.
Randy Arms, Magnus Anderson. Brandon Bowers is right around the 15th position. Chris Pinder was a lap down at one point. He's back to the 22nd position. Got a driver update.
You want an update on yourself?
On McNuggets.
I'm currently P5 and fighting for more.
He started in
He's going middle 3.
11th position, up 6 spots to the 5th position. Inside lines, got 3 cars working together. Never mind, Thomas Green said we're making it 3 wide for the race lead. Justin L. Johnson caught in the sucker hole, 3 wide for second. 3 wide for the race lead. Zach Ammann. Where did he come from? He's up 32 spots. Tri-racial racing coming alive here inside of the final 30 laps. With the 51 to the lead of this race.
Oh, Justin L. Johnson is not having good connectivity issues. He just went through Jarrett Talmadge. That was funny.
The joys of online racing. Thomas Green now making a move to the lead inside. Dylan Herberton trying to follow it up. 51 trying to get the run up the high side. Joshua McQuiggan trying to push that 51 along. No help for the 36 on the bottom. Top 10 separated by 1 second. 3 wide for 10th. Jonathan Dolly trying to make a move. Here comes Alan Burt and Kevin Boley. They've caught up to this pack. See this field 2 wide. Right around that 10th
Brendan
position.
Bowers is manually disconnected.
You heard him say it did not bring a good package.
I think Bowers is going to be going through the LCQ
Again
possibly
next week?
He got locked in through a driver opting out, but he might have to go through the LCQ.
Looks like he'll finish
at best 28th. There are multiple cars still on track. I'm not going
might
through
finish all the way
cars.
down to 36th if I did the rough math in my head. The 27 cars on the lead lap. Nick Miller last of those. Going to be needing 4 fresh tires at the next pit stop. Obviously got turned. Getting into the left rear, Jonathan Dolly. It's Daniel Pendergrass behind him.
Not the start that Brandon Bowers thought he would have to this season. He was dominant all of our previous series, and he come out. Now we've got a whole bunch of new faces, whole bunch of new challengers.
Thomas Green, Zach Ammann, brand new to the YJ Media broadcasts. Dylan Herberton, Sartaj
Man.
This is like Cars 3 all over again. Zach Ammann especially up 31 spots. Pretty much nowhere in the first half of this race, but he is alive and well. 3 cars pushing each other down the front straightaway. 23 laps to go. We will have 1 more pit stop before the end of this thing.
Someone earlier in the race compared this to Pocono last year, and I've got to disagree heavily.
It is now
Pocono
settled
did
out.
not
We're
put on.
pretty much single file now.
I mean, even like through those first couple cautions, we had a good green flag sit there that was really exciting. But yeah, Pocono never put on anything this one, at least for us.
Yeah, but now they're getting more and more spread out. This is potentially the longest run of the night. A couple of side-by-side battles, but the field majority single file. Positioning themselves for green flag pit stops here. In the next handful of laps. Thomas Green will pace the field. Coming to 21 laps to go. Dylan Herberton still trying to make that bottom work. Side by side for second. Jarrett Talmadge taking a peek. Drew Jawa trying to lead the charge back up. He's 15th. A second back from this lead group.
And it's kind of funny. I think this is another track where you don't necessarily want to pit unless you've got partners. The draft plays such a factor in how fast you go. Dylan Herberton trying to take the lead, pulls a slide job.
Right in front of Zach
Green
Ammann.
just takes it back.
Can't slide up back in front of him, though. Justin L. Johnson trying to get down there and help. Or maybe take it 3 wide for himself. Almost contact to the left rear, that 13. Still might be. Oh my goodness. Now we're 3 wide. Back to 2 wide. He hops back in line. Dylan Herberton to the lead. And Thomas Green might be getting shuffled out here. Zach Almond to the inside, though. Almost
No,
contact.
Thomas
Green. Slide job to the race lead.
That wasn't even a slide job. He just arced it perfectly. Look at that run that he had.
The 51 and the 36 slowed each other up. Put the 13 back to the race lead. 36 wants it back, though. 20 laps to go. Oh, contact! That'll drop the 36 back a little bit. Here comes the 46, Richard Mendonça back into the top 10.
Mark Frimpong coming with him. Magnus Anderson's been peaking. He's just outside of the top 10. He's made some big moves to get back this
Joshua
far up.
McQuiggan with a move to the inside. Gets side by side for first. Not able to clear.
Davala in the wall. He tried to give a smack to Richard Mendonça.
This is a 12-car pack. Everyone in this could theoretically win. McQuiggan gets a shot from Justin L. Johnson. Can he hang on to it?
Justin, get off of him. Let him save it.
3 wide. What a save from McQuiggan. Randy Arms in for the final pit stop of the night. That's going to kick off this sequence pretty quick, we imagine. Zach Almond makes a move to the inside. Can he throw the slider? No, he cannot. Sartaj Mann clears to third. Richard Mendonça to fourth.
We're 3 wide. I believe it's back there for 10th. They've gone down to 2.
Take a look at it from the eyes of the fans. They're seeing some great racing.
We're 3 wide for, what is that, 5th?
Herberton on the bottom. Justin L. Johnson through the middle. And Joshua McQuiggan up top. A sold-out crowd here at Auto Club for the Matt Liveries 200. 17 laps to go.
For the lead.
Zach Almond with a heck of a slider. Thomas Green trying to cross him back over.
Oh no, the 84 gets turned to the outside wall. Schwartz is around.
Justin L. Johnson, caution is out. This changes everything. And if you're Randy Arms, you're going to take the lead of this race. Jonathan Schwartz, we knew it couldn't last. Justin L. Johnson as well. Schwartz with a heck of a run through the middle. Arcs the corner. And he's just not clear of Justin L. Johnson. Big damage. Frimpong involved. Let's go on board here with Drew Joie. See what he sees. He was right behind the second pack. J. Tyler Connors. This will open up the final pit stops of the night under caution. Justin L. Johnson will have a good look at this. Nothing he could have done.
I was going to say, is Zach Almond leading us to the pits?
And then Mark Frimpong as well. He'll actually have a pretty good look at this as well. Yeah, you see that 84. He just thought he had the run. Magnus Anderson gets a piece of it as well.
Everyone's coming in. If anyone stays out, again, questionable.
I say Randy Arms could probably do it. He's going to come back in, though. He just pitted a couple laps before this, but he's going to get on the same tire sequence as everybody else.
Give another shout out to Matt and Liveries for coming on for this race. Been a heck of a race so far.
There's still going to be 13 laps to go when we get back racing. And if it's anything like that last run, hold on to your hats, folks.
We're sorry if we're the one that got you wrecked, but we're glad we put on a good show for you.
Trying to put on the best show possible, and they made up for it in the second half of the race, but obviously, Spencer, sorry for your, undeserved finish. They're putting on a show here. Let's see if we can get through what might be the last restart here.
I highly doubt it. With how aggressive these drivers have been, there's definitely going to be some moves made that are going to be questionable, but in their minds it might be worth it.
Richard Mendonca's back up inside the top 6. Tyler Davala's in 4th. He's made some moves late. Matt Tatum's up 30 spots. He's making a late charge with his teammate Chris Pinder, as well as Travis DeLeon. To CMS making big moves here late. Kevin Boley as well. A great result so far for CMS. Drew Jawaz back inside the top 10. Zach Aumann, he's up 29 spots. We haven't seen a whole lot of netcode tonight, honestly. It's been pretty solid, all things considered.
Had our driver DM us, hey, check out my car, make sure it's clean. I had to go let them know that it looks good. And that there's no damage. I didn't see any damage. But apparently he had 12 seconds of optional.
It looks like it's going to be 27 cars on the lead lap. Schwartz not able to get out in time after that last caution. Steven Valdala back on the lead lap. He took the wave around actually last minute on lap 64, so he's going to want one more caution to get back on sequence. Not really what we want to see, but it's up to the drivers. Thomas Green and Sartaj Mann going to lead us down here with 13 laps to go on the restart. Pace car made the hard left-hand turn, and the 13 machine gets us underway. Green flag back in the air. Great restart for the 13. Highline immediately establishes itself. Zach Aumann, no help. I know you can make moves on that bottom, though, if you throw a wicked slider. Side by side, almost 3 wide for third.
Oh, they're loose.
They made it through turn 2 pretty fine. 3 wide for fourth. Here comes Jarrett Talmadge on the bottom of the racetrack. Zach Aumann slides up. McQuiggan has to take evasive action. Magnus Anderson in the mix. Kevin Boley hard in the wall. Top 2 starting to break away ever so slightly. Get another lap to get these tires properly warmed up. If they make it through that, we could have a absolutely fantastic finish, maybe. Knock on wood if you got some next to you. Oh, and just as that, Chris Pinder gets turned right in front of Randy Arms. Justin L. Johnson, caution out on the racetrack. Oh, and big damage late with teammates. Daniel Pendergrass.
I'm sorry, that came out so late.
Take a look at what happened. Randy Arms. Oh, and he just loses it. Right in front of the 25. Not enough time to react. And then Pendergrass. Oh, what in the... what? I don't know how to call that one.
Questionable. Maybe a little more unquestionable.
Was he? That'll. Okay. Oh man. Okay. That happened. Justin L. Johnson, does he get it slowed up? Brakes. He blinked out right as he went through it. And then what happened to Mendonca? Hang on a minute. Oh, What in the world? He just got on the brakes. Doesn't hit anything, I don't think. Yeah, the brake bias just caught him out there. Oh my goodness. Taking a look at this though after what kind of caused all that checkup. And Randy Arms was just so slow on the racetrack.
I can't believe Philly Bean says she's got to stop watching now. You've caused so much harm to his racing career so far. Why stop now? We need the viewership.
Is this technically save of the race though, or was that McQuiggan earlier? Let's take a look at it here.
I would put my vote on McQuiggan. McQuiggan got turned in the middle of the corner.
Just look at this though. Doesn't hit anything. Splits the middle. And I know he doesn't. He keeps it off the wall. He doesn't hit anything.
I mean, he wrecked himself, though. That's not a save of the race.
It ended up okay.
Yeah, but he did it to himself. McQuiggan got turned in the middle of the corner and kept the car straight.
I don't know. I just honorable mention, I guess. I think it deserves that.
I mean, less than 10 to go.
Yeah, the pay window is open, plain and simple. Don't have time to mess around.
I think these restarts are going to get a little more... We're probably going to see the start of the race restarts again, to be honest.
Very good possibility.
Got our boy P5 though. He lost a spot on that restart. He doesn't seem very strong on the restart, but he's got a little long run speed, but we're not down to a long run race. Are you talking?
Coming to 8 laps to go on the restart. Magnus Anderson up to the 4th position. He'll be one to keep an eye on. He's had a late charge. Zach Amon. Team semi-fillers. Kevin Boley. A lot of comers and goers in this second half of the race, but it will be Sartaj Mann and Thomas Green getting us underway. 8 laps to go in the Matt Liveries 200. Great teamwork there between the top 2.
I just saw who's behind our driver. He's getting wrecked.
It's a Planet Sim Esports 1-2 at the moment, trying to go back-to-back for Thomas Green as well.
Oh, Talmadge, man.
Contact! What a save! Oh, never mind, further back. 1 car incident, we might stay green. William Bowman, way off the racetrack. We will stay green. 3 wide for 5th.
Drew and McQuiggan.
4 wide, Zach Amon. McQuiggan in the wall. There goes Amon. Caution's going to be out. Can they all miss it? McQuiggan, no. There goes the rest of the field. Big damage. Kevin Boley. Travis DeLeon. The big one at Auto Club. That's the whole field. That all started right inside the top 5 with Joshua McQuiggan. Alan Burns still getting out of the grass. Mark Frimpong. And that was everybody. There's going to be... just have to... multiple layers to this. Oh, and yeah, we said Zach was trying to make it 4. McQuiggan gets up into the wall and... oh, boy. Just let it play out. Zach's going to get turned. Hermiton gonna get into the back of Jonathan Dolly.
Watching Bully come through that group of cars there is just kind of funny. I should laugh at it, but
let's take a look here. The fans are gonna get great. They're gonna get your money's worth here. It's gonna. Oh man.
He tried to go high side, and there were just 2 cars parked there.
I don't even know how to call this in terms of what, because McQuiggan was literally in the wall. So I think
it was
Zach,
just scrapping for position.
Yeah, but Zach Alman, I think, you know, if McQuiggan's literally in the wall, he can't go any higher. You know what I mean?
He could ride the fence. We saw Kirby do it.
Oh man, you mean Herbie?
Herbie, yeah. I had to question myself. I'm like, wait a minute, that name wasn't right.
It's so. Yeah, I think that initially is going to be on the 51. It kind of has to be. I feel like.
I mean, when there's nowhere else for the other guy to be,
yeah. And then what's really going to just be disastrous here is Herviton's going to come in. McQuiggan makes a move trying to get off of him. Dolly's going to follow, trying to miss a 51. Herviton into the back of Dolly. And then really, Fillers is going to get hit. Let's back this up a little bit, actually. Fillers is right behind McQuiggan, nowhere for him to go. Wait, actually, what happened here? What happened
here? Oh, did Kevin Bolt? He was loose. He hit the wall.
That's just so.
We're living la vida loca.
It's just so much. Tyler Connors is going to get a little hit there. He's going to slide through. We'll just let this play out. Frimpong gets into Matt Tatum. At this point, nowhere for Kevin Boley to go except through the right front of the 74 and through the right front of the 29. That's just, that's everybody. And that's just going to send it for a loop yet again.
Just like that sound. Can't go over it, can't go under it. Oh no, you've got to go through it.
I'm very sad you just did that to me. Lights are out on the pace car. That took out several cars. Alan Burr, Mark Frimpong, Zach Amon. The drivers that had to be on pit road for an extended period of time.
I'm so glad I could disappoint you live on air.
Somehow Jonathan Dolly is back on the lead lap. I don't know how that he got out of pits that quickly. That right front should have been nowhere near working condition. It's going to be 4 laps to go. Thomas Green and Magnus Anderson leading us down. And we are underway. A little bit of a checkup there. On that inside line, Magnus did not get a great restart. Tyler Duvall cleared a second. Eric Talmadge cleared a third, side by side for fourth. Drew Joie trying to make a move. Brandon Kiger's cracked the top 10. They run off the high side. Great recovery drive for the 85.
By the way, the field is spread out pretty much like past 15th.
Tyler Connors making a move to the bottom. It's Nick Miller through the middle. They got to change their paint schemes. Randy.
Oh, Sabotage Man getting turned by Drew.
Oh, can they miss it? Caution is out. We'll go to our first attempt at a green-white checkered.
And that's so sad because I know Sartosh was just loose. He didn't actually get turned by Drew. I'm pretty sure he came up into Drew.
Let's take a look at what happened.
Yeah, he just got loose in front of Drew. Drew was already on the wall and he couldn't go anywhere.
Yep. You can just see that 49 still coming around. It's nothing. Very unlucky there. 49 was running a great race, and it pretty much lets you know it can happen. Oh, Dolly about got killed there.
Well, there goes my pick to win.
If that doesn't tell you that it's happened to anybody and everybody in this field, I don't know what will. That happened to one of the strongest runners of the last 20 laps. Fillers barely escapes it. Not a whole lot of damage there to anybody. But yeah, it's happened to guys at the back. It's happened to guys in the middle of the pack. It's happened to guys at the front. I mean, it happens. It's happened throughout this field.
It's going to be one of 3.
I tell you what, though.
What are you telling us?
Thomas Green first, Jarrett Talmadge third. They're going to pick the same line here. So Thomas is probably going to pick the bottom side of the racetrack here and pull Talmadge through.
Honestly, I think this might be an any man for himself kind of race right now. He might pick high side and just get him, like, guarantee himself a good run into 1 and 2. You gotta say, Matt Liveries has picked a good one. Like, I know the cautions have been, like, hefty, but it's been good racing when it's been green. Hopefully we can give him a finish worth, what he paid.
Absolutely. There are very limited sponsorship opportunities available as well. I think we have 3 races left not been paid for. If you want to advertise brand, company, or just any notable cause.
And another reminder, I was going to say, another reminder to go along with that. What we say paid, it's actually a donation to St. Jude's. You're not paying the league.
It's for a great
Your money's,
cause, yeah, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And if you don't want to donate for the naming rights of a race, you can just donate freely just for the cause.
Now, every now and then you'll see admin box go across your screen. One of the sponsors to come on board, give a big old donation to St. Jude's.
Absolutely. We'll be sure to check them out as well. They make very, very customizable button boxes for league racing, for admins and race control. And we are working on getting a discount code for viewers of the stream.
I believe there is one, we just don't have it.
Yeah, very exciting things happening.
Yeah, I believe the discount code is 10% off. We just don't have it right now.
Lights are out on top of the pace car. 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. We will have a green flag finish.
Yeah, on the 3rd one, it's the point of no return. They take the green. They're going 2 laps, whether they wreck or not. As you said, Thomas Green, he did actually pick the inside line. He's going to try and pull his teammate on through. We have to hope that YJ driver up top can, get a good read on him.
Looks like it's going to be 24 cars on the lead lap. To settle it here for our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Pace car makes that hard left-hand turn, and Thomas Green will lead us down. They got to do 1 lap. And we are underway. Inside line with a great start there. 4 cars pushing each other.
Having much help. He's going to have help down the backstretch when the drivers come up. Nick Miller coming up.
Nick Miller going to lead that outside lane. Can he get the run off of turn number 2 to challenge? 42, a little bit loose. In the middle. Dylan Herberton trying to charge there late. Nick Miller to the outside. He's up 35 spots, needs 1 more for the win. Tyler Davola through the middle. 3 wide for second. He's going to get turned. And they do not make it to the white flag. Second attempt. Dylan Herberton facing the wrong way.
It was a tight one out of 4.
Let's
Nick
take a
Miller
look
was
here.
just on the wall.
They were 3 wide. Brandon Kiger shoving Tyler Davala through 3 and 4. Oh, and that's so unfortunate.
I think netcode had a bigger part to do with that, with how much it turned Miller.
Yeah, obviously Tyler getting into the side of Nick there sends him into the wall. And then it's off from there. Hermiton gonna get right reared. Mostly everybody's safe.
A wild one because of how fast that caution came out. Tyler Davala is going to keep P2.
Incredible. Nick Miller will keep 3rd.
I believe everyone has enough fuel. They all pitted on like lap
85.
Yeah.
With a 25 to 27 lap run, they should have plenty in the reserves unless they did auto fuel. That could be an issue. But every time I'm coming down pit road, I'm filling it up to the maximum.
Yeah, auto fuel. I don't need auto fuel. I can handle the car with a weight of fuel in it.
I'm not talented enough for that to make a difference anyways, an extra gallon of fuel, so.
Driver update from Andrew Tinold. You're not in the race. Unless you want a driver update on someone else. I'm sorry, Andrew.
Jonathan Dolly of the 74. He started way down in the 31st position. Been involved in a couple of accidents tonight, but nevertheless, he is up 14 spots to the 17th position. Has some really good speed, so we expect him to be a big mover here on the second green-white checkered attempt.
Even with, his teammate not behind him, Thomas Green still chose that inside line.
Brandon Kiger will be restarting here in this 4th position. Lights are off on top of the pace car. We head down the back straightaway.
Are the driver updates cool down between every single person viewing?
It shouldn't.
I think it is because I went to click it and it said it's on cooldown for another 13 minutes.
Wow. So maybe we should.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
Yes, we do.
I'll get a new one for Tyler. Just cause I like Tyler. Tyler Davala.
Of course. Unsure of new or old Atlanta. I will have to get that information for you.
It's 2 weeks away. Don't worry about it.
Pace car makes the hard left-hand turn. Thomas Green and Tyler Davala, your top 2, getting us underway.
Ooh.
Again, that inside line with a great start.
Inside line.
And Nick Miller, great shot to the back of the 13. They head out into turn number 1. It might be decided amongst this top 2. They got shot out of a cannon on that restart. What does the 20 have for him?
Ooh, the 85's getting loose.
Brandon Kiger.
No, Tyler Davala into the outside
They keep
wall.
it straight. Never mind.
No,
now they're going to get turned. 3rd and final attempt at a green-white checkered. William Bowman.
William Bowman's getting towed after.
Can he save it? And this one was a whole mess right here.
Tyler Duvall just loses out of 4, gets into the side of Talmadge, puts himself in the wall. Oh, and then Talmadge just comes down in front of Anderson. Anderson goes and gets Kiger. Oh, no.
We're going to max out our attempts here. We will finish under green. Take a look at better angles, see what happened. And Tyler Duvall is snapping out of turn number 2. Oh, net code there. There it is. There's some of the net code we were waiting on. That should not have happened. Well, Magnus Anderson is 22nd. Mitchell Bagley is 29th. I know there's more, so. We are at our 3rd and final attempt at a green-white checkered.
I had to go and console our driver. Yeah, the car's got a meatball, so he's out of this race.
My pick to win has made it all the way back up to the second position. Got turned a handful of laps ago by James Jimmy Fillers. He's got a shot to win this thing.
I mean, my pick to win's currently, I believe, P9. That's where he's showing them on the scoring charts. Sorry. If enough of them wreck each other, like, he's got a shot.
Anything and everything will happen on this final restart. Interesting to note, Travis DeLeon running in the 8th position. Let's take a look at your pitch strategy here. Haven't really needed it tonight, but it doesn't show it. But that last stint towards the bottom right of your screen, much shorter than the rest of these guys ahead of him. Top 7 all pitted on lap 85. DeLeon pitted on lap 94. Sartaj Mann behind him. And Justin L. Johnson, 9th and 10th, pitted on lap 98. So something to keep your eye on if they get stacked up at the front. The lights are off on top of the pace car. Coming back to green flag racing.
And give another shout out, Matt Liveries.
Race
has been fun to watch so far.
He's got his money's worth. 3 attempts at a green white checkered.
Got as many laps in as possible.
He got all his money's worth.
Hey, I'm just saying, there are a lot of wrecked race cars out there. They might need new paint schemes.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like we're going to have 25 cars on the lead lap. Race of attrition comes for all. Will be Thomas Green and Nick Miller, your front row. Drew Jawat, Richard Mendonça, second row.
I have a feeling it's going to be a bloodbath. I think they're going to get caught up with each other and someone's just going to walk away with it.
Tyler Connors in a very strong second half of the race. He's sitting 6th. Pace car is off. For the final time, Thomas Green will get us underway. Actually, pretty even restart between the outside and the inside lanes as they head down into turn number 1.
Thomas Green with a big old restart like he's usually had.
Drew Drouat side by side for 3rd with Mendonça. Contact made between the two of them.
Mendonça caught the apron. Drew Gerwall caught the wall. Thomas Green trying to run away from the draft.
Trying to break the toe.
There's no way an ad played.
I did not do it. I don't see anything on my end. Side by side for third. Still, they're going to beat and bang. Richard Mendonça going to get turned. Everyone trying to scatter. It's a 2-car race. Sartaj man too far back. It's going to be a 2-car finish. Nick Miller trying to get the run off the high side. 2-car lengths. Thomas Green using the shortest way around the racetrack. Trying to break the toe. Nick Miller trying to follow. Get Magnus Anderson, Kevin Boley, trouble further back. Thomas Green, your Daytona winner, through 3 and 4 for the final time. Nick Miller getting a slight run, but out of turn number 4, it will be Thomas Green going back-to-back, your winner of the Matt Liveries 200. As they wreck across the line.
Tyler Navala, top 20.
Jonathan oh my goodness! Some celebratory fireworks. Thomas Green back to back. What a statement. Won at Daytona, qualified 18th, might have had some doubt creep in, you know. Good at plate tracks, maybe not as much speed at these 1.5-mile, 2-mile intermediates. Picked his way off in that first half, made up one at a time, and the second half, it was his race. Very good performance. And he set the tone early in the season.
Oh, wow. Something that we missed and something Dylan's been very mad about. Jimmy Fillers just came down and got Dylan Herviton, like, on the front stretch.
On the white flag lap, or?
Yeah, coming to the checkered.
Let's take a look at it. These guys had some contact earlier in the race.
Oh, he came off the wall.
But no.
Like, he just kept coming down.
Yeah, that. Ooh, my.
He lost spots to that, too.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, James says his toe was broke.
After getting put in the wall. How about Logan Brass in the 89? Finishing 5th, up 31 spots. Travis DeLeon up 35 spots. Nick Miller up 35 spots. He'll be your big mover courtesy of the tiebreaker. William Bowman 8th after all of that. Alan Byrne 9th. Crazy, chaotic ending to this race. Let's take a look at that wreck with 2 laps to go. That kind of made it a 2-car show. And Mendonça drew off the wall. Appreciate it, Spencer. It was a good show, good race to call, a lot of action. But I believe this will be, yeah, coming to the white flag. Point of no return. Mendonça, he's been facing that way a couple of times. Side by side, beating and banging. They're going to get turned. Jarrett Talmadge. Tyler Connors sideways off of turn number 4. They're through the grass. I mean, what a move from the 42. Hang on a minute.
Oh, is that save of the race?
Hang on a minute. Jarrett Talmadge, what did you do? Cue the Dukes of Hazzard music. Oh my goodness.
Hey, he might have lost spots, but he kept it going forward.
Kept his foot in it. Magnus Anderson, this is going to be the second wreck. Him and Kevin Boley and Brandon Kiger. Oh, Kevin's going to get a little loose, and it's just going to be... That's going to kick off that secondary wreck in which the back...
Rujuwa involved in another one.
You can see here just barely the 27. Just slight contact, maybe a bit of net code from the 7. And then it's all kicks off from there. My goodness.
Just let me know when you want me to bring the winners in.
Alrighty, I think we got the fireworks of those last 2 laps, so... But
got Thomas Green in here.
Yeah, Thomas Green, your race winner last week at Daytona. Only fitting that he goes back-to-back. Off to a blazing hot start here, 2 for 2.
Yeah, man. This is about the last thing I expected when I came into the start of the season, so I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Qualify in the 18th position, so maybe not the 1-lap pace that you would have wanted, but you just slowly came alive as we got further and further into the race, and then from the halfway point on, just looked very comfortable inside the top 5, battling for the lead, making moves, and a very, very good display of racecraft on your end.
Yeah, thank you. But I gotta say big thank you to Ryan Miniker. He didn't race this race, and he was in my ear spotting for me, and he made some great calls. I mean, he was calling out the best restarts, calling out just all the chaos. He did great. That was the first time he's ever spotted for me, so that was huge help by him. He definitely helped me get that win, and yeah, I can't thank him enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Had a lot of work to do for sure tonight. Y'all were going for it up front.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was just chaotic racing all race. It was super fun. Just tough to manage the runs and who's gonna be fast when, and you know, just there's so many factors involved. But it's awesome racing. I'm gonna miss this racetrack once it gets bulldozed, but yeah, just awesome. The car felt great all race, and just hell of a race.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to next week at Watkins Glen. Gonna throw a new twist into the mix. What are your thoughts on that? Can you go 3 for 3 at Watkins Glen?
I'm gonna say I'm looking for a decent run because as far as next gen road course stuff, it's very difficult, very challenging. I'm definitely gonna put a lot of time into getting up to speed there, but it's gonna take a lot of effort, and just maybe. I'm not saying there's a lot of really, really talented race car drivers in here, so I can't ever for sure say we can get a win, but definitely gonna look to have a strong run. I think I'd look out for Jarrett next week. I think Jarrett's gonna be really fast.
We'll definitely keep our eye on that. Before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
I just want to shout out to my best friend Anna, always supporting me, and shout out to you guys for the awesome broadcast, and shout out to Ryan for helping me get that win.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate your time, and good luck next week at Watkins Glen.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. Got Nick Miller, your second place finisher in here. Your biggest mover on the night as well, up 35 spots. You didn't even grid up in time due to an internet issue, but once you got in, you pretty much just passed every car on the racetrack. So very entertaining race from your point of view, I imagine.
Yeah, I think we passed for more cars than there were actual laps in the race, so it was very eventful.
Yeah, absolutely. Kept it clean most of the night. Had a couple incidents here and there, but avoided most of the chaos. And just came about 2 car lengths short right there at the end, but not for lack of trying. Great racecraft on display as well tonight from your end. So very, very well run race from your side of things.
Yeah, I mean, he got tight on coming to the white in 3, so I thought he might get tight again, and he did, but he didn't get tight enough to where I could actually make a move for him.
Yeah, absolutely. But what do you think you got for these guys next week at Watkins Glen?
It's been a while since I've ran a road course in these cars, so I'm not really sure. I mean, Coda's coming up, so I guess I can run laps there, but that's about it.
Absolutely. Kind of the great unknown for a lot of drivers, but we're looking forward to it. Before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
Not really, just the team. Some of them are scattered around here throughout Road to Pro or Coke, so just look out for those guys.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate your time. Congratulations on a well-earned second place.
Yep, thank you.
Let's go ahead and pull third place finisher Sartaj Man into the booth. Drove a great race at Chicagoland and as well here tonight. Very strong on these ovals, that's for sure. Started in the 7th position and ran pretty much inside the top 10 all day. And a well-earned 3rd place for you here tonight.
Yeah, man, that was a race. Man, it was a caution-filled race. I mean, I don't know how to really explain that, and I didn't really have that much fun doing that. But it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, we still got 3rd out of that. It's whatever. So I like that.
Yeah, once you got green, though, very exciting. Y'all were making some moves for the race lead back and forth. Got some good teamwork between you and Justin L. Johnson I was watching. So very exciting once we were able to get greened and get out of those cold tires.
Yeah, I mean, once we were finally out of the cold tires, because on the cold tires, it was plowing tight. It was really bad. But yeah, once we were out of that, I mean, it was fun to drive, and the little green flag runs that we did have, they were really fun.
Yeah, rewarded car control, so obviously a well-deserved result.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah, hopefully it'll be better next week at Watkins Glen. Oh.
Absolutely, that should spread out the field a little bit. Obviously, a little bit of a specialized kind of style of driving. How do you like your chances next week?
I mean, I think I'm good at usually most road courses, but I don't think Watkins Glen is one of them. I feel like it's too much of an oval type road course where I can't drive a road course same as I do an oval. I just feel like I don't translate well at Watkins Glen, but hopefully I'll still put out a good showing and get some good points there.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. It's kind of like the oval of road courses, people say. Very, very basic. But it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Still right turns involved, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
Just my team PPM and this league team, Tri-Racial Racing, and all that I worked with.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on a well-earned 3rd place here this evening.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's just go. We got a lot of people in the waiting room, so
I'd be very concerned with Drew Jawal. He doesn't seem very happy.
What do you do now? I don't know. Let's just go run down the order.
Him and 35 spots.
How we doing, fellas? No warning as usual.
Not too bad.
Might hear some things you don't want to hear.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of why I do it. Catch you off guard a little bit. But y'all were looking very quick this evening. Travis De Leon up 35 spots as well. Tied for biggest mover. Yeah, technically he loses it because he finished 6th instead of 2nd, but you could give him. Either way, that doesn't take away that he passed a lot of cars tonight. Looked good doing it. Y'all were very quick tonight. Y'all look good out there.
Over under on protests.
6. I don't know. You gotta.
6 just on Travis, or
a lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why is Art being so quiet? Where's Art?
No,
just listening.
He doesn't ever conduct interviews. He makes me.
I know.
Talk.
I will get him out here. Get him in the conversation.
Oh,
Art, handle the interview.
Art, what's your opinion
on what?
The everything.
I can't say that on stream.
Oh boy.
Oof.
We were talking about Syria, the issue in Syria.
Right? The geopolitical relations of the Middle East. Let's go.
Why do you want to talk about that?
No wonder our viewers just like dropped to 11.
Ooh.
Yeah, no one sticks around for the interviews, but it's there for everyone that wants to go back and watch it.
I just like talking to you guys.
Yeah. William Bowman, you were kind of caught up in a lot. You came home 8th. You kind of just snuck up there at the end and passed everybody that was wrecking. So
I was able to make a good recovery.
Yeah, very good recovery drive from you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I guess 4.5 minutes damage after one wreck, so bided my time through all the cautions and fixed it up and moved on up.
Yeah, so I know you guys were big on the no fast repairs after what you saw out there tonight. Still all for it?
100%, because a lot of people that are the most
Could you imagine
vocal.
if there was another 10 cars running?
Hold on, one at a time.
A lot of people that are the most vocal in favor of fast repairs were the first ones to DNF, so that shows a lot. And then the people that are against it are the ones that hammer out decent, top 10s, and I finished 15th. I'll take that in that situation, but I thought it was good. It gets people who want to wreck out of there quicker. People who want to drive clean get to stay.
Yeah, you can't really complain about a top 15 when we have a 43 car field,
I started 43rd.
They gotta start from somewhere, But it's amazing to see a full field and once we got out of that clean tire or cold tires, y'all were putting on a show. So obviously, just kind of, learning curve. I don't know, 60% fuel. You can say what it is, but once we got out of that first 3 or 4 laps, y'all were putting on some good stuff.
0 fast repairs or 1 fast repair. If you take a good look at it, for some people, it didn't change a thing.
Right.
They still did the same stuff. The same stuff happened right after that.
Well,
so
for those people, it's the consequences of your own actions. Race of attrition. At some point, you're not going to have a car left. So, I mean, you either adapt or you don't finish, I imagine.
Work itself out, hopefully.
Yeah, it should.
I liked
hopefully. Yeah, it was a good race. I mean, it is nothing that I haven't seen before at Auto Club on cold tires. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure why everybody was so unaware of how cold tires were going to react.
Yeah.
They ran 2 practice races. Auto club, I don't know.
Weirdly
I think it's
enough,
because the broadcaster was more practice races than some drivers.
Weirdly enough, we saw none of that at a turn 2, which is where I thought it would be, because that's right, exit of 2, first corner, up to speed. But no, they had more time to figure it out. They got down to turn 4, and then they lost it. I was like, you had more time to get... I don't know, it was confusing. But,
so you got to pass all the cars in 1 lap. That's the trick.
Right.
Woo, baby.
Thoughts for Watkins Glen next week, though, fellas?
Can we have substitute drivers?
Can Bowers drive one of those little Tykes cars that he pedals with his feet?
Oh my!
What is everyone's opinion on the name of the Watkins Glen race?
What is it?
Yeah, Max, what is it?
Art, you sponsor it. You deserve. You get to.
Oh, you don't want to say that it's called Max's Carousel Concerns?
I like that.
Yeah, so
I like that a lot.
Just for the backstory, League Race, probably 2 years ago at this point, probably. Yeah,
it's been a minute.
It's been 2 years. I usually was a top 8 car every week. Running at the oval, just finished 8th every week. Never had a chance of winning, but I was good at road courses. So sure enough, we go to the Glen. I'm winning by a pretty decent margin. 10 laps to go, I spin in the carousel and break the right front off the car. So he's never let me forget it.
Live it down.
Never let me forget it. So
it's a great name for a race.
I couldn't even finish in the top 10 at a road course, but I'm still gonna make fun of him for losing a lead.
Coincidentally, though, this is my backup. That was the week that iRacing admitted that they broke the Gen 6 Chevy aerodynamically and didn't tell anybody. So that's what I'm gonna blame it on.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's my cop out. But oh well.
Sure.
So it's gonna be a fun race next week, poking fun at me and good times.
We have some practice races and more people show up.
Well, I imagine they're gonna have to for Watkins Glen. So
I will not be showing up to those practice races.
For sure.
Yeah.
It was all right. Hey, go ahead, Pinder.
Go ahead, Trav. You're nicer than me.
Oh, I think they're closing it out, so I was just say shout out Ryan Hatch.
Yeah, always interesting, but always a pleasure, fellas. We look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow night for Texas. That'll be a snooze fest. Oh well. But then we'll be right back here next Monday night for Watkins Glen.
You complain when you get too many cautions. Now you're going to complain when you don't get enough. There's no easy.
Well, it doesn't even matter. Texas is just boring, though. It's not like it's no caution. It's just single final fest. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Oh well. Do something to make it
brought
exciting.
More CMS drivers over to LSRL.
I think that's the plan for next season.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll probably be there next season.
Bet.
Y'all, there need to be more of y'all in chat. We've got a CMS Nation Let's Ride chant going on in chat. Me and Tyler Connors are having fun.
Yeah. Always a pleasure, fellas. We'll see y'all, some of y'all tomorrow night, and the rest of y'all next Monday night.
See you
Take care.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Here with 10-old Galvin Racing, Jonathan Dolly comes home with a hard-fought 10th position, up 21 spots from where he started. Race of attrition that you managed to survive. What'd you see out there tonight?
A lot of chaos and a lot of bad luck, I would say.
Absolutely.
I had a really competitive car all the way up to the first half of the race, and then we got into the last bit. There was a wreck in front of us. I came down. I thought I was gonna get out of it, and then I got nailed behind. And we covered well, but I mean, could have been way better. Maybe a new win, but
yeah, kind of came alive there with about 40 to go. Got shot to the lead at one point, and you were just very competitive that second half of the race, and then caught up again in some shenanigans, but nevertheless drove a great race. So build some confidence for the rest of these 1.5 2-mile intermediates as we go further through the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I want to say, who is Freeze Breeze? Seem a big Dolly fan.
Yeah, you got some fans in chat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You say you don't know who that is?
Oh, I do. Absolutely do.
Oh, you're just not gonna say it. Okay. That's okay.
No, absolutely I do. Yeah, no, I don't have much to say. I mean, we've been putting in a lot of practice in the off season, and obviously it shows here. But it's just got to put our best foot forward every single week.
Absolutely.
That's all we can really do here.
Yeah, Magnus Anderson joined us as well. Magnus, you started in the 28th position, kind of a similar story. You came alive second half of the race, and then got caught up late. That sent you down the order. Undeserved finish, but definitely showed some good race pace though tonight.
Yeah, I was a little bit of Kurt Busch on the radio a little bit in the middle of that race with all the cautions, but it played out all right. It was a good race overall. Thanks for broadcasting it. It was a little up and down for everyone in our team, but hopefully the paint schemes look good on
I was just getting ready to say the Bitcoin Boys Racing were looking very, very good out there tonight.
Did you see the YJ logo?
Probably. I'd like to think I did.
I'll make it bigger next time.
Yeah. Looked very good though, so appreciate you supporting us. Looked good out there tonight, and we're very racy when you had a clean car. So
it was racy even with a wrecked car, which I was surprised about.
I agree.
I had like 2.5 minutes of repairs left, and I was sitting in second. Like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Next gen's a tank until it's not. Then it just falls off the cliff.
One of my favorite things to see during the race was Dolly up, fight for a top 5. I gave him the work during the practice races, and he's like, no, I'm going to put on a show for the actual broadcast.
Yeah, you doubted me. Look where he got you.
Very good.
I'll see you next week, all right?
Yeah. Thoughts for Watkins Glen, though, fellas?
There's a right turn.
There is.
A few.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'll have to learn that, but I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. I had a great time last year when I raced at this track. I disconnected just before the green flag dropped, so I gridded after the green was dropped. But hopefully that doesn't happen this year and we can actually compete.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it, fellas. Y'all have a good one.
Yep,
you too. Thank you so much, guys.
Here with Crew Racing and Joshua McQuiggan, who was very racy here this evening.
What?
Came home with a 12th.
Oh.
All right, so we'll just take care of that problem. McQuiggan, how you doing?
All right. Just all right. I got caught up in that late race wreck and had like 30 seconds of required plus the, 5 minutes of optionals. So we fixed 2 minutes of it, came back out there and got that top 12 finish. So that was all great. Everybody put on a good show tonight. There were a couple more cautions than we would have liked though.
Yeah, it was a battle out there for you for sure. Running inside the top 10 all night, very racy. Just a race of attrition there, kind of. Those cold tires caught a lot of people out though on those restarts. So something to put in the notebook in the back of their minds, and then hopefully we can improve on that throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be exciting seeing these guys for the rest of the races. Yeah, it was a lot of fun racing up front.
Absolutely. Put on a good show. Richard, are you here?
Yeah, I love you guys.
Love you too. You got to just see it from a viewer, like a fan's perspective. What did you see out there tonight?
I saw a lot of it was really good racing. It wasn't bad judgment causing a lot of these issues tonight. I noticed a lot of the time it wasn't a whole lot of forcing. There were several bonehead things that were happening, but it wasn't necessarily like just bad judgment all around. So a lot of cautions, but some pretty good racing.
Absolutely. That's my take on it as well. So, thoughts for Watkins Glen next week, fellas?
There is a right turn.
You can't copy what Tano Galvin did. Come on now.
I'm also not it. I will not be present.
Fair enough.
I don't know. We'll do all right. I know there's some road course guys in here. We'll get a top 15, move on to Charlotte.
I like the mindset. All right, well, catch you later, fellas, and hope to see you in the top 15 at Watkins Glen. All right. It's our favorite event of every week. It is the Tyler Connors Show. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing, man, I'm a little bummed out, but I mean, I'm still having a good time. I had a really fun race tonight.
Yeah.
I was fast. I'm okay with that. But
so after all of that, this entire event, you finished exactly where you started. Very impressive, to be honest. However,
that's story of my life.
Not what you deserve, though. You did have great speed. You came alive the further and further we went into the race. And you're looking very competitive towards the end of the thing. Just kind of got caught up in some shenanigans.
Yeah.
But you got to take a top 20 when you can get them. In a league as competitive of this, when we have a full 43 car field, you got to just take your lumps sometimes and come away with what you can get.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have ended up with a top 5 because I knew I had good speed, and sometimes just crappy luck and whatever, and I can't control what other people do, although I really wish I could. Otherwise, I'd be winning every week. But that was a good one.
Absolutely.
But my sound I had my soundboard on. Did it work? Hold on. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Did it work?
I did not hear anything.
Oh man. Oh wait, hold on. Let's try one more time. Yeah, there we go. So damn, now it's not now it's not that funny anymore. But I'll find a way to sneak one in. But anyway, it was fun tonight. Can I shout out a few people? Thank you to Carson and Corey and Chris. Chris helped me out a lot there towards the end, just calming me down. I get pretty anxious when the race gets into, or when I'm up there competing, and it gets pretty hairy. And one of the yellows, I ended up flying through the infield and just swerving back and forth through the grass, and it was just phenomenal. And I was just having the time of my life in there. But I want to thank Brandon Lightus. I know he's not here yet. I think he's a pretty busy guy. I want to thank Christopher Pinder again for last week. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. That was a great move by him to let me race into Daytona. And yeah, I want to thank the Minnesota Twins for being my favorite baseball team. And yeah, that's all I got, honestly. There
you go. That's what a way to end it. Hopefully, we'll see you next week at Watkins Glen. Have a fantastic evening.
I'm for sure not going to be there. I got baseball, man. I got a coach, and I'm not a good road course racer.
Fair enough, but we will definitely miss you next week.
I'm going to miss you guys, too.
Well, have a good one, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, we can't do that. We'll get demonetized.
All right. Drew Jawat, you qualified on pole. Went from the front to the back to the middle of the field to the back, the front, everywhere in between. Very exciting race from your point of view. And then obviously coming to the white flag, getting involved in an incident, it made you end up in the 20th position.
Yeah, like you said, we qualified on pole. Didn't really expect it, like I said earlier. It was pretty much a fight with the 36, the 49, and a bunch of other people. It was a lot of fun. Then, unfortunately, blinked out on one of those restarts. I was told that people could still see me, but I couldn't see anybody, and I just dropped down to the bottom to avoid anything. After that, we started climbing our way through the field, and unfortunately, the 15 kind of didn't really realize I was inside. He hit me, and I overcorrected. Kind of unfortunate, but we repaired enough damage to where we could actually keep up with the pack. Like you said, we were pretty much everywhere tonight. We drove back up, slow to the front. We're involved with the 49, sadly. 49. We tucked it over. It's kind of just unfortunate. He got loose. I kind of didn't really know where to go, but then we started getting a little bit more track position, found ourselves in fourth on that final restart. We're looking to maybe do something there, and I don't even know what to say about that move. He was never going to make the corner. And of course, I have not finished inside the top 20. I mean, I guess I finished 20th, but it doesn't feel like it. We've run up front again just to get walled. And it's very frustrating because I'm outside the playoffs and my speed doesn't show that. Like you said, we qualified on pole, led a couple laps, not a lot. And it just get walled like that. It's super frustrating, but we'll move to where we at, Watkins Glen. We have some speed there. We'll try not to get put in the fence, put in the gravel. I don't know. It's just disheartening, man.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 undeserved finishes, but we know you got speed at the road courses, so looking for you to bounce back there next week.
Yeah, we'll try. Hopefully, we'll cross the line without having a toe link broken. So, I just want to shout out to Team OCM. We kind of been struggling this season, but yeah, shout out to you guys also for broadcasting as always, and
absolutely
we'll come back strong. I guess I don't know.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to it, man, and hopefully your luck turns around soon.
Yeah, I hope.
Mark Frimpong in the 18, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
So I think you'd be the first to admit that you did not have the start of the race that you would have wanted. I think that's kind of obvious, right?
Yeah, that's the nice way of putting it.
Yeah, just cold tires. You were not the only one to suffer with that tonight, but those cold tires look to have caught you out pretty early on in the race tonight.
Yeah, I was just I saw a checkup in front of me, and I decided I'd make a move to the middle, and it was just a little bit too early to make a move that aggressive, so it came out from under me, and I think I would have been okay, but obviously we're still all in a pack there, so if you start to spin, somebody definitely will hit you. So
yeah, absolutely. But after that, you kind of recovered pretty well. You're up racing inside the top 10 at one point, and then got caught up in other people's shenanigans. Ended up putting you down into the 32nd position. But it was encouraging to see that you definitely took notes, put some notes in the playbook on those cold tires. You're able to make some moves late in the run once we had those green flag runs. So definitely some encouraging stuff to take from this race, nevertheless.
yeah, I'm honestly not too concerned. Second race of the season. Even though I put myself in a little bit of a hole the first 2 races, that's why we run a whole season, so you can get the best driver over the course of the year as opposed to 2 weeks. So
absolutely. Well, I admire the confidence and thoughts for Watkins Glen next week.
I am a terrible road racer, but I'll leave everything on the track and we'll see what we can get out of it.
Absolutely. Just keep it on track, and you'll be able to get at least a top 20, I imagine, with how road course racing is. So we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, good luck next week, Mark. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. And one more. Justin L. Johnson, you got a copy.
Clear.
Well, you qualified, I believe. Down in the 34th position. You made up 30 spots, came home in the 4th position. You came alive in the second half of the race.
I finished fourth? I finished fourth. I thought I finished like 18.
What?
I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, no,
I ran out of fuel out of Ford. I was like, oh, well, it's whatever.
That's what it says on my results.
I guess I finished fourth.
Crazy. Let me make sure let me just double check everything. I just want to make sure I'm not lying to you.
Like I was just driving. I didn't really care those last 2 laps. If whatever happened, happened.
Yeah, no, it says, Justin L. Johnson, 4th position. Yeah.
I'll take that. Lovely.
Yeah, but came alive second half of the race, led some laps there, and was just in a battle with most of that top 5 just swapping back and forth. Very exciting.
Oh yeah, it was. It was. Dylan and Thomas, great racers. I was having a lot of fun up there when I was up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all were making some very good moves for the lead back and forth. No one could kind of decide who was going to lead the thing. So y'all were making some great moves.
Oh yeah. I just know I just needed a great position because I did not want to be in the LCQ again. That was whew.
Yeah, get yourself locked into that top 30, hopefully. And and not have to worry about it. Then you can get just put laps in for Watkins Glen, which is a unique style of racing to a lot of people.
Right.
Yeah. Well, appreciate the time. We look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, thank you. Go Falcons.
No, don't do that to me. No, I'm just kidding. I got nothing against them. I just, whatever.
I moved him.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was not me.
I got something against the Steelers. Right.
28-3. All right, last one, I promise. Dylan Herbertson, how you doing tonight?
Dylan?
Never
I don't
mind.
think he's handling the 7th place well.
All right, well, it is 11:11 on the East Coast. Make a wish. I wish for a very competitive Watkins Glen race next weekend. Let's take one final look at your race results for everybody. We had them up momentarily. But Thomas Green, your 2-time winner on a very young season for the Matt Liveries 200. Nick Miller and Sartaj Mann round out the podium, and hopefully as we scroll through, you see your favorite driver on the first or second page.
I see my 2 favorite drivers. YJ Media Motorsports, baby.
My pick to win. We had 23 cars finish this race on the lead lap. My pick to win ended up in the 25th position.
And mine got an interview.
Very nice.
I shouldn't say that because everyone could get an interview, but he got P3.
Correct. But 43 cars did take the flag. Jonathan Smith was not supposed to be in the server tonight, and Michael McElroy was our race control. Hunter Rupp only was able to do 6 laps, so that's rounding out the bottom of the field. But there is your 43-car field and how they finished this evening. Next week, we head on to Watkins Glen for the Max's Carousel Concerns at the Glen. So that'll be a good one. Be sure to tune into that tomorrow night, LSRL at 8:30 Eastern as well. And this Friday, second to last Rod Car Truck Tour race of the season. So got some championship implications going on there. Be sure to tune in for all the on-track action. And all right, final thoughts from Auto Club.
Only gave one final shout out for the people watching back in the 5 people in chat to Matt Liveries for sponsoring this race. And I know me being the one that sponsored Watkins Glen, I don't have anything to shill but YJ itself. But it was a great race today. There were cautions. It was a slog when the cautions happened, but when we were green, it was 65 laps green, and it was a great 65 laps.
Absolutely. They put on a show tonight, much like they did at Chicagoland and Daytona, so expect Watkins Glen to be more of the same. So looking forward to it, and appreciate everyone tuning out for the Matt Liveries 200. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow night for the regular season finale at Texas for LSRL. Y'all take care.